right into the game. Puckett here with Chance. Game number 5. Epsilon wins the second hardpoint to force search and destroy. And we're going to see Kenny, the superstar with the sniper, pulling out the ASM-1 for this map.
He's going to take a bit of a pop shot right there, so they're going to know where he's at. Of course, they pretty much had a good idea as they were able to draw that first blood. Important engagement going down in Hospital. Nagafen going to get dropped. It's going to be a 2v4. Can Parasite and Kenny clutch this against the entirety of Elevate squad? Of course, Kenny is going to be able to spot a player, going to be coming up behind him, going to be able to get that kill very quickly. Going to make it a 2v3. Parasite actually going to get a kill as well. So very quickly, the odds are going to get turned. Kenny going to win his gunfight as well. This 2v4 got turned around. Saints now going to be in the 1 versus 2.
What just happened? Incredible individual performances there. Kenny, you know, he heard the two players kind of jumping around pit, so a little bit too aggressive on the Elevate side of things. And Saints gonna have his hands full. He's got to stop the plant. That's really all he's got to do and stay alive, but unfortunately takes on both players at once, and a good trade coming in from Epsilon. They strike first blood.
Man, I thought for a second they were about to line up and get two-piece, but they were able to win the gunfight, or at least the second player. Not even sure who that was. Whoever it was that was able to pick up 3 there round, that's going to be Parasite. Either way, though, that is just another round we can chalk up that Elevate gets the first blood, and they cannot follow through. These players on Epsilon are very good when they are put with their backs against the wall, essentially.
Going into round number 2, Saints, my player to watch. He picked up 2 in that first round. SMG seems to be on point, wants to play very aggressive, as you see. He's going to be running forward with the overclock. The full team going to be flooding to A, and here's your first interaction. Saints will get the cleanup kill on Remy. Teammates causing some chaos on the main street. Everyone's surviving until Parasite finally does finish slack. Shots still being exchanged, though. And here's a long-range SMG fight for Classic. He's not going to be able to win that. Let's go over on the flank, though. Kenny, behind the bomb carrier. Big kill just went down on TJ.
Yeah, and Kenny going to be able to pick up both the bow and ASM-1, ready for any engagement. Also going to be able to feed that information to Nagafan, be like, hey, man, bomb's down. It's right over by me. Let's clear it out. And actually, they're just going to kind of run away from it. So never mind. Ignore what I said. Kenny not feeding any information to his teammate. Apparently a little bit unaware of that. Of course, Saints and Classic also going to be playing together. Going to be a true 2 versus 2. Plenty of time to work with. Kenny's going to be the first one to spot somebody. Going to put some shots down. But so far, that player's going to live in. Classic going to be able to get that kill. Nagafen needs to clutch the 1 versus 2.
Yeah, Classic pulled a bow out there, the one that he found off a dead body. So nice use of the proper weaponry. And I think Epsilon really played this one poorly. I don't know if Kenny just didn't see the bomb or what happened there, because he and Nagafen could have set up to protect it. Instead, Nagafen now in a 1v2. Shots coming in, and that is an Elevate round as they answer back.
Yeah, Nagafen nearly able to spot that player rotating over in the school. I actually think he did notice him, but you see Elevate able to catch him right there. So this is a round, and mainly thanks to Classic as well for getting those last 2 kills that they were able to get first blood and convert it. Of course, Parasite picking up that kill mid-map to make it a 3v3 for a while, but either way, Elevate able to close down that offensive round. And that's pretty big to be able to strike right back, of course. Now we get a chance to see what Epsilon can do on offense.
Over to Nagafen. And he is going to go for the long-range exchange, counting the crosses. Sees 1, spots the second, calls it out. So now the push going to be slowed down momentarily, but Remy waiting for someone else to come right into garage. Not going to happen. Shot still being exchanged on Main Street. And you see the player over at A bomb site. Not going to flank yet. Very solid, slow, and patient setup here from Elevate. They're going to make Epsilon come to them.
You see Nagafen's going to be watching the flank. Meanwhile, you have 2 players watching mid-map, and then the remaining guys going over towards that B bomb side. Of course, Remy with the bomb. Looked like for a second he was going to try and nade some corners. Of course, no one is going to be there. Trying to slowly work in the school area. However, he's going to get stunned. So Elevate knows exactly where that bomb is going to be going. They have 2 players stacked in this B bomb site. Still, though, they're going to have to win the gunfights, but Epsilon just wasting so much time here. They got to make a move soon.
Elevate's like, take all the time you want, guys. We'll be waiting for you on the other side of the wall. That window still being watched. Classic going to be spotting a peeker. And here comes the move. Remy will clean up TJ. Classic answers back. Bomb down. And they're just going to try and trade lives as that bomb's still not playing. It looks like Parasite's going to be forced to go for it, and he will successfully get it off, but here comes the rush. Nade comes in, and that's going to pick up 2. Exactly what Elevate planned on doing, and now Nagafen won't be able to defend it. Nice hold here by Slacked and Saints to close things out.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the biggest problems with wasting all of that time early on. It makes nade placement about as easy as you could possibly get. When there's 15 seconds left, you know that offensive team is going to have to be at least standing at the bomb site, if not getting it down. Easiest nade you could possibly throw down, and he was just able to pick up two, as Kenny was a little bit too close to that bomb. So Epsilon wasting time on offense. Elevate is going to make them pay the price, and that is very good, smart, passive play coming out of Elevate. Of course, last time around on offense, they hit the A bomb site very, very quickly with aggression, so they're switching it up, and now switching it up more, going over to B.
Saints is going to get tagged up by a stun. Classic trying to respond. Shots going down, but no kills connecting. Another stun coming in. Classic's going to get dropped. Big plays from Kenny with the stuns early on. He's going to get traded out, though, by TJ Howie. So it's Slack and TJ in a 2v3.
Yeah, and weirdly enough, that was actually Parasite that stunned his teammate, Kenny. But no matter, Kenny gets the kill. Parasite going to be able to clean up TJ Halley as well. So Slack going to be in the 1v3 situation. He does have bomb, and we've seen some crazy clutches coming out before, so maybe he's going to be able to pull it off. But still, 1v3, you know, we say it every time. It's pretty much just not going to happen, bar anything ridiculous happening. Slack going to have to pick up a couple here. He's actually able to spot two players. Not going to take any shots just yet, and now they're going to know exactly where he is. Slack's going to be one shot, and he is going to get cleaned up, tying this one up at 2-2.
I like the Pogo challenge, though. He's like, yeah, might as well try and fight my way out of this one. Two players shooting at him, almost picked up both kills. Here's Nagafen, though. Started and then stops for a second to finish. Nice long-range bow to close that round out. 2-2. This one going all the way to round 11 if things keep up at this pace. Switching sides, though, it's going to be Epsilon back on the attack. Parasite pulling out the bow. Kenny's going to stick with the ASM-1. Nagafen, a second AR. So look for some long-range gunplay here as they're going to initially push into the A bomb site. Here comes the rush. Remy going to charge right around, and he is going to watch as Kenny trades first blood. Slacked answers back, though, on Nagafen, and Remy gets behind three, gets one, finds two more, and here's the push. Nice cover from Parasite, keeps him alive.
Yeah, just ridiculous aggression coming out of Epsilon. Of course, both the Elevate players at one point were going to be one shot, and that's going to give Epsilon a chance to do something with the bomb. And it appears that they might potentially just go on the long rotation all the way over to B. Gonna see if Elevate can recognize this. You can see Classic, he's shooting at dead bodies, but actually he's going to peek out mid-map. He's going to catch both of them. He's going to be able to call that out, and he gets away with his life. So great job by him to at least get the information that, hey, they're not over by the A bomb side anymore. We got to switch up our game plan, and you can see they're doing just that. Classic still having shots going down. Of course, Remy, though, going to be planting this bomb.
And Remy trying to stay alive while Parasite covers. Parasite gets dropped 1v1, though, as Parasite did take out TJ. Classic, last man standing in a tough position. He has no idea where Remy's at right now.
Yeah, Remy going to be all the way on the back, potentially going to be able to get a nice flank in. Classic working himself through garage. Again, this is going to be a situation where Classic can't afford to waste too much time. Of course, both players going to meet up potentially over here in the school area. Remy actually just going to be cutting all the way across, flip-flopping the side of the map. The Classic popped, or they're cleared out. 10 seconds left. Classic not even going to give himself enough time to get the defuse, despite the fact that he got the kill.
Yeah, if he finished maybe on those first shots, could have possibly gotten there, but nice job by Remy wearing down the timer. And that'll be it. Epsilon retakes the lead. It was all made possible, though, by Parasite keeping Remy alive. In the back, I thought Remy was going to get traded out. Parasite forces two players back. 2v2, able to clutch up after bomb gets down. Now Elevate back with bomb in hand. It's going to be Classic picking it up this time.
You know, I might end up eating my words, but so far Epsilon has definitely come across as being the more clutch team. Outside of like the 3 different rounds where they get first blooded and clutch up the 3v4s or even the 2v4s, even in those like, you know, true 2v2 situations, it seems that Epsilon generally just gets the best of them. So don't want to count Elevate out. Obviously, this has round 11 written all over it, but I might end up just giving the edge to Epsilon just because of that.
Not going to disagree right now. Very impressed by the fill-ins so far tonight. Parasite performing incredible on that last hard point. He and Kenny working well together so far in the search and destroy. Remy and Nagafen doing some of the dirty work as well. Stops are going down. Nagafen just picked up one on Classic. Does he spot Saints across the way? Slacked will take out Kenny, so it's going to be a 2-on-3. And here comes the push from the bomb carrier. It looks like Nagafen going to find Saints, and that bomb is still going to be down. Slack can't get to it in time. And he actually gets one, but it instantly traded out. Epsilon clutching up with their A defense.
I mean, how many times have we said that, you know, Slack is in a 1 versus 3? That's the second time I think we've seen it just here on Detroit. And, you know, so many times that the guys on Elevate are put in these situations. It appears that every single time Epsilon gets first blood, they win the round. And then every single time Elevate gets first blood, it's kind of 50-50, excuse me. Now, Elevate has been doing a very good job the entire time to pull off those first bloods, but still have been struggling to close out these rounds. Elevate just needs to get things working back in their favor, of course. At any moment, any one of these players can go off and have, like, an absolutely, like, insane play. Maybe to, like, slow down the momentum of Epsilon, but they got to be able to pull off something. Epsilon, another chance to do something on offense, having about the same setup as last time. One player covering the map, one player watching the flank, and two going over towards that B-bomb side.
Yeah, this time, though, Kenny's pulled out the sniper. So he is not going to be able to help out indoors. And he's looking for a pick into school. His teammates were stopped at garage, but Elevate escapes with their life and is able to get back on defense. Kenny almost spotting the face, has to go for the body shot, gets hit markers, no kill though. And he is going to patiently look for a new angle. His teammates getting in position to pinch both Elevate players, backing up past lockers. At any moment, Parasite is ready for one of them to poke out.
You know, this is nearly another situation where Epsilon wastes too much time, but you can see not going to make that same mistake twice. With 40 seconds left, they get the bomb down. Kenny's going to get that first pick. However, Elevate doing a good job to potentially end up clutching that 3v4. Now it is going to be Remy and Kenny. They have the bomb planted. They have plenty of time to work with. They just have to get the kills. Remy's going to be able to get that first when he turns. Slack, though, able to win that gunfight. Kenny in a 1 versus 2.
And it looks like we are going to see a free one dropped in front of Kenny. Grabs the ASM-1. Even fight here, and he is going to clutch up. Kenny with a big round. Stays alive and wins the 1 versus 2.
Epsilon just looking too good. Kenny even there at the end doing everything right. Another situation where Elevate has the man advantage and just can't convert. And it's just because Kenny with the 2v, like as soon as I saw him in the 1v2, I was about to be like, well, he has a pistol out. He's got the sniper rifle. There's no way he gets it. Able to just, like, you know, Call of Duty timing. The player walks out right in front of him and just immediately picks up that gun off the ground. You know, Matty McFly said it earlier. He plays a lot of S&D in the past, even back all the way, at least through the Ghost Ace. He knows what he's doing. Perfect recognition to do that, and then he's getting headshots on Slack. Quavo, Kenny, you the man.
I'm a big Kenny fan as well. You've won me over, Chance. I will watch this man anytime he is playing Search and Destroy. The sniper in hand has been so accurate. I mean, the only kills he doesn't get is when it's just straight up hit markers. Spots a player there shooting right behind. Will he be able to find the player set up in window? I think that's Saints there. Elevate down a man already, but bomb is planted, and they just lost a second as TJ is dropped. Kenny making a little bit of noise, could have been heard, and he is going to get spotted. Classic and Saints trying to stay alive here in school.
You know, we talked about how Epsilon is being clutch. Elevate gonna have to clutch up when they're down a man advantage. They do have the fact that the bomb is planted working in their favor, and time is running down for Epsilon. It's happened before where Epsilon wastes too much time. Classic gonna make it a 2v2. Nagafen was on the bomb. Nagafen gets to defuse. Oh God, Elevate, you guys just ended your 6-match streak. Epsilon just, oh God.
Epsilon getting their second win of the Pro League. Incredible finish here. They had a 1-8 record coming in. We were wondering, how is the chemistry going to play out? What is going to happen with this squad? The new pickups going 10-7, 7-4. Parasite and Kenny putting on one hell of a show in their first performance here with Epsilon. Chance, that was a lot better match than I think any of us expected it to be.
Yeah, again, everyone pretty much said that, like, Elevate, the 4th in the league, no way they lose to Epsilon of all people. There have been threads created trying to everyone give their energy to, like, Epsilon because nothing they do results in a win. Somehow picking up Quavo Kenny, who I think most people have never even heard of, is going to work out. And then, of course, Parasite, not too shabby either. But again, it went all the way to map 5. Epsilon just too close. Clutch. Wow, in Search.
You know, I have heard Kenny's name. I just didn't know if it was the same guy. He, I believe, filled in Season 1 back when we were doing some drafts. Got picked in the 4th round by some teams. He's kind of been around the scene, but this is our first time getting a chance to watch him in Season 3 of the Advanced Warfare Pro League. And I have to say, very impressed by his performance tonight. And honestly, I'm excited to see what Nagafen and Remy are going to be able to do with Parasite now on the lineup officially. Epsilon retools, rebuilds, and gets their second win of the season. They're still in 12th place, but they could quickly catch up with a number of teams in front of them, including TCM, Orbit. Even Envy's not safe there at the bottom half of our Pro League. Coming up next, though, we got a juggernaut squad. Optic Gaming is going to be taking on Isolation, while Denial Esports faces off against Team Caliber. You're not going to want to miss it.